Riley, come in. It's freezing out there.
Oh, it isn't here at all.
Oh, we are in a freezer centre. You're a bit early, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to know at least one of my staff is as keen as me.
It's just that I haven't been sleeping.
What? Oh, yeah, right.
Can you smell something funny?
Yeah. Yes, I can. Hang on. Oh. Look at these prawns.
Antifreeze.
What?
That smell.
Every single packet. Oh. Ruined.
That's because that's what it is. Antifreeze. Who'd do a thing like that?
I'll give you 3 guesses.
I spoke to the police earlier on.
And?
What they will say is your trial's going to be put back.
Put back? I thought that'd be the end of the matter now they've got John in custody.
Well, it doesn't quite work like that, Deirdre.
Well, how does it work then?
Well, they have to question John.
Yeah, and then they drop the charges against me.
Well, so far, they've only got your side of the story.
So, I'm still guilty until they can get John to prove me innocent.
Look, there's nothing we can do at the moment, but I will keep you posted, OK?
Come on, Deirdre.
Mrs. Rashid's made some very serious allegations against you.
I see.
You don't seem very surprised.
Well, to be quite honest, I was expecting this.
You do realise that serious acts of fraud have been committed, and they carry possible jail sentences. Do you deny these allegations?
I've been a complete fool. I've allowed myself to get caught up in something out of my control.
What exactly are you saying, Mr. Lindsay?
Look, I don't want to get Deirdre, Mrs. Rashid, into trouble.
I think it's a bit late for that. Mrs. Rashid is already heavily implicated.
Well, it's really hard to know where to start.
I just want to nip to the shops.
All right.
But I'll have to be getting back home after dinner.
It's fine.
It's not fine. I'm worried about your love.
Don't be. I'm all right, honest. I'm gonna have to learn how to cope on my own at some point, aren't I? And I can cope.
And I suppose if you can't cope, you can always send for Steve MacDonald.
Mum, can you tell me what Steve has done that is so wrong? He was with me when I went into labour. He took me to the hospital. He stayed all night. He visited me every single day. He really cared for me. Now I've blown it.
Des has taken me to the races today.
Yeah, well, I hope you win.
Oh, I don't want to go. I just want to stay here with you.
Oh, well, there'll be plenty other times.
When?
Well, I don't know. I mean, whenever Des is away. Whenever.
Yeah? Well, look, I'll try and see you when we get back, eh? So don't you be going anywhere.
Hi, Samantha.
So can you fit it in then, Chris?
Yeah.
Des's car. He wondered if you'd have a look at it for us when we get back from the races. That's if we get back from the races. See you, boys.
Yeah, see ya.
Hiya, Des.
Hiya, Sal. Good night last night.
Yeah, we enjoyed it.
Yeah, we'll have to do it again.
Yeah.
Are you all like this, or is it just Samantha?
What?
Women, you say just a minute, it turns into half a day.
We're all like it, Des. Far more friendly, you see. Take an interest in people. You going anywhere nice?
Now the races. I'm gonna miss the last race at this rate, never mind the first.
It was your flaming paper I went for.
Have a good time.
Steve,
So, you remember my name?
don't make it harder than it is. It's about Fiona.
There's nothing wrong with her, is there?
What's wrong with her, as usual, is you.
No.
She wants you. God help us all.
What are you saying?
I'm saying she's breaking her heart because she feels she's lost you forever. You know what I think of you, Steve, so I'm not going to pretend I'm happy.
But I can't stand by and see her suffer like this. But I warn you, you do one thing to hurt my daughter, and I'll come after you. Remember that.
Well, officer, thank you very much. For nothing.
What are you going to do?
Well, there's no sign of a break-in. Whoever did this came in before closing time and dumped all the antifreeze in there.
Oh, what about a security video?
It's just out of range, isn't it? If we know anything about this, we'll tell them. We certainly will.
You told the police about your suspicions?
I did.
Only I've been checking the small print on our insurance policy. We are not covered for radioactive contamination, sonic booms, and acts of sabotage.
Oh.
Yes, oh, so this'll cost us hundreds.
Why does this sound like you're blaming me?
It's just that the people who have been targeting us are very close neighbors of yours, are they not?
Well, yeah, well, next door. Well, next door but one, but...
I'm beginning to wonder whether there isn't some sort of personal vendetta going on between the two of you.
Mr. Furman...
I want an end to all of this now, Norman. It's your responsibility. See to it.
I've never had a friend like Roy.
Well, you should be telling me. You should be letting him know that.
I can't.
Why?
Because I don't want to put any pressure on him. He's got to let me know if he wants to see me again.
You said friend when you mentioned Roy.
Yeah.
Well, would that be enough for you, having him as a friend?
Well, I suppose so. Yeah, it would.
Well, then tell him. Because perhaps at this point, if you wanted more, well, you might scare him off.
Yeah, I'll go and see him in my dinner hour.
You do that.
Thanks.
If you don't mind, could you meet your women somewhere else? My women? How many have I got?
You tell me.
Who are you talking about, Kev?
Samantha. I thought there was something going on. Now I know there is.
What we do is our business, not yours. I seem to remember you saying the same thing to me not so long back.
Yeah, well, me and Natalie was different.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we was serious.
I mean, Sam aren't.
No. No, I don't think you are.
Yeah, well, I think I should be the judge of that.
I think you're trying to work your way through every woman in Coronation Street.
Well, if I am, it's my concern. You're my boss, Kevin, not my dad.
Thanks for all you've done, Mike. All you're doing.
Think nothing of it.
You know, you really find out who your mates are when your back's against the wall, don't you? And who they aren't. I'm thinking about Ken.
I'm saying nothing.
I was married to the man, for goodness sake. If anybody should believe me, it should be him. And the thing that really makes me boil is I think it's about something else entirely, like jealousy.
You want another one in there, son?
Nope. I've got something to attend to.
All right. Fine, please, Betty.
Okay.
What's that, then? Big land deal, property speculation? Don't let me hold you back now.
No, it's something far more important than that.
What I'm having difficulty with, Mr. Lindsay, is this. I've met Mrs. Rashid on more than one occasion, and, well, she doesn't strike me as the kind of woman who could force someone like you into anything at all, let alone what you're claiming she did.
No. I know you're absolutely right. I can see that anyone meeting her for the first time would reach the same conclusion. I mean, just take this pilot's uniform business. Well, at first it all started off as a bit of a joke. She'd said that she thought I was a pilot when we first met, and that would I mind, for a bit of fun, hiring the uniform and wearing it. Well, it was just like fancy dress at first. I just put it on in private. Then she asked me to wear it in public. And before I knew it, she'd actually passed me off as a real pilot.
So why didn't you just say no?
Well, it wasn't doing any harm, and it pleased Deirdre. And then things started to get out of hand. If I tried to say no, or resist, or tried to get away from her, she'd start getting hysterical. She'd threaten to harm herself. Well, I know they say these threats are just a cry for help, but I couldn't take the risk that Deirdre might She might do something to herself.
There you go. Thanks a lot.
Thank
See you
you.
later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, what are you doing?
Just been speaking to your mother.
What's she been saying now? Because I really don't think I can take any more of this, Steve.
Well, she told me you were upset. She told me I was the reason you were upset.
Steve, look,
Why is it true?
well, it's a bit late now, innit, whether it's true or not.
Well, not for me, isn't it?
Do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? I still feel the same way about you.
Even after everything that I've said?
Even after everything that you've said.
Right.
Norman!
You've gone right over the top this time.
Me?
All this sensitive, caring act. What was it? Cuddle a seal? Love a whale? It's just a cover for the mindless thugs that you really are underneath.
What are you on about?
Peaceful protest is one thing. Vandalism is another.
Norman, explain yourself.
Your nephew here has poured a load of antifreeze into one of our freezers, writing off hundreds of pounds worth of stock.
You what?
And it's criminal damage.
I'm sorry, Curly, mate. I wasn't there. Unfortunately. It wasn't me.
Don't give me that.
When did this happen?
Oh, over the weekend sometime, probably last night.
Geoffrey was here with me last night.
Well, you would cover for him, wouldn't you?
No, I wouldn't. Now, I don't think you should come barging in here accusing my nephew of a serious offence he didn't commit.
Serious offence, Auntie Em. Direct action. That's what it is.
See?
Why are you getting so worked up over a couple of bags of frozen prawns anyway?
And how did you know that it was the seafood section that was attacked?
This is a copy of Ian Jenkins' mortgage application form. Do you recognise the writing, Mr. Lindsay?
Yes, I do. It's my writing.
And the signature? Ian Jenkins's?
I forged Ian's signature, yes.
Why?
I told Deirdre her scheme would never work. But she pleaded with me. As I said, she's a hard woman to say no to. Well, she was determined to have that house. And, you see, it had to be a man. It had to be me that went to meet the bank manager posing as Ian Jenkins.
And the gold card? Did she force you to get that for her as well?
A gold card?
Deirdre Rashid had a gold credit card, which she's been using a lot recently.
I thought that was hers. Well, it was hers. I'm sure it had her name on it.
It did, but it was a supplementary card on Ian Jenkins's account.
Oh, no. Well, she furnished the entire house with that card.
Didn't you think it strange that the manageress of a travel agency had access to funds like that?
I just assumed her late husband. She gave me the impression he was fairly wealthy. He left her some money. I didn't like to ask any further.
Have you any idea how she applied for the card in the first place?
Well, I can only assume that she forged Ian's signature. Well, she had access to his personal things. I can't believe she's done this to me behind my back after everything I've done for her.
So where exactly were you then? Last night?
She was here with Geoffrey and me. We all watched a documentary about life in other galaxies.
So, we couldn't have been anywhere near epoxy freezers, could we?
You know you were there, and I know you were there.
So prove it.
Oh, I will. Don't worry. You've not heard the last of this.
Naughty girl, Toya.
Well, it serves him right for getting the police on us.
Yeah, well, you'd have been hauled down a station if it wasn't for Auntie Em here.
Shut up, Geoffrey. Toya, did you put antifreeze into Furman's fridges?
Yeah. Cheers for standing up for us.
I've heard quite enough from you.
Hey, steady on, Auntie Em.
And you? You should hang your head in shame, Geoffrey Nugent. This one clearly doesn't have the grey matter to know when she's overstepping the mark, but you should know better.
I didn't know she was going to do it.
You've encouraged her, and now I'm implicated. How dare you make me lie for you?
Cheers.
Can I get you something? Oh, no. I wondered if Roy was around.
Gone to the bank. Why don't you have something while you're waiting?
Oh, I won't, thanks, sir. I have to run.
Hayley! Roy's been a right misery gut since you've been off the scene.
It was Roy who asked me to leave.
Yeah, and I'm sure he regrets it. In fact, I know he regrets it.
How? Has he said anything?
Yeah, he has, as a matter of fact. He said, it all came out the wrong way and he didn't mean it.
Mean what?
Whatever it was that made you unhappy.
Did he? Really?
So why don't you stop by after work and give him a chance to say sorry?
Right. OK, I will. See you later.
Last night with Des and Samantha. It went all right, didn't it?
The meal, yeah? Went fine.
It's just I saw them this morning. Seemed to be getting on each other's nerves.
Doesn't surprise me.
You don't really think that Samantha and Chris are having a fling, do you?
Something's going on, that's for sure.
And how do you know?
Because I saw him this morning in the garage. She was all over him.
Well, maybe that's what you thought you saw.
Chris admitted it later. Why? You jealous?
Not that again. I am not jealous.
Didn't take him long to find someone else, did it?
I ended it with Chris, remember? I don't regret it. It's Des. I really thought they got it together.
Doesn't look like they have.
You seem to be enjoying this.
After what I've been through, come on, Sal.
It's Des. He's going to feel dreadful when he finds out.
Yeah, I know he is. Think I should tell him.
And why would you do that? To get back at Chris?
This is Des I'm thinking about, Sal.
Yeah, right.
Roy, it's Hayley.
Hello, Roy.
Gail. Can you spare me a minute, Gail?
Take all the time you like, Roy.
Something the matter, Hayley?
Matter? No, why do I think...
Well, I'm just slightly surprised to see you here, given the circumstances.
Well, once Gail explained how you felt.
How I felt?
Yeah, that you were sorry about what had happened and the distance which had come between us.
Yeah, I see. Look, Hayley, I'm afraid there's been some kind of misunderstanding. Somebody, I mean, however well-intentioned, has unfortunately misled you.
So, you didn't say anything to Gail?
I think it's for the best if we don't see each other again.
Hayley?
And, right.
Yeah, cheers.
Great, and another pint, please,
Right.
Betty.
Well, you're full of the joys. What's up?
Me and Fiona.
Go on.
We're back together.
You know. Congratulations. Hey, hey,
hey.
Hey.
Hey, what's this then, eh? Big property deal you're celebrating?
Yeah, that's right. Tough competition, but I got there in the end.
The police investigation is carrying on. I thought you'd like to know.
Oh, what? They've set up an incident room. They're making door-to-door inquiries, are they?
There will be an arrest.
Oh, well, I'll keep an eye on the national news. Listen, aren't you insured?
No, we're not. Eric Furman took great pleasure in telling me we're not covered for radioactive contamination, sonic booms, acts of sabotage, like yours.
Oh, look, Curly, mate, I'm sorry.
Is that a confession?
No, I didn't do it. But I suppose things went too far. Look, I don't want to get you in trouble with your boss.
Well, it's a shame you and your comrades in arms didn't think of that before, isn't it?
I tried, Auntie Em.
Noble effort, Geoffrey.
Give us a pint, please, Betty.
OK, love.
No, we'll have a bottle of champagne, please, Betty.
Champagne? Oh, I say.
I came away 50 quid up today.
Yeah, beginner's luck.
Listen, I studied the form. It was not luck.
That's what they all say, Sammy, eh? Till they start to lose, then they call it bad luck, so they do.
I wouldn't care. She placed all her bets with me.
Enjoy yourself, did you say?
Cheers.
Yeah, I did actually, Chris. I could get a taste for all this.
That OK?
Yeah, fine. Why?
Got your back all right, then?
Yeah.
Look at him. He hasn't got a clue, has he? Poor Des.
Poor Des.
Yeah.
Wasn't poor Sally when you were playing around with that Natalie from across the street right under my nose. If it's a woman, it's something she has to endure. If it's a bloke, it's his male pride that's injured. You're such hypocrites.
Oh, dear. Things not going too well there. Something we should know about.
Deirdre, good to see you in the Rovers again. So glad you're not hiding yourself away anymore.
She hasn't been hiding herself away because there's been no need to. Now they've got Lindsay behind bars, I expect that'll be the end of it.
Oh, he's in custody, is he? That's marvellous.
It was only a matter of time.
Well, I'm delighted.
Yes, be a bit of a relief for you, eh, Barlow? You won't have to wrestle with that precious conscience of yours anymore.
Look, perjuring myself won't do anyone a favour. If I can help in any other way.
Oh, don't worry, Ken. In future, you'll be the last person I come to.
Well, I'm sorry if that's how you feel.
So, Mrs. Rashid's version of events is that you've lied to her from the moment you first met her. And that now all your offences have come to light, you're trying to blame her for them.
Well, I knew Deirdre was a desperate woman living on her fantasies, but I never would have thought she could be malicious until now. Look, I never wanted to drag him into this because I imagine he suffered as much as I have.
Who?
Deirdre's ex. Ken Barlow. He seems like an honest, respectable kind of a guy, anyway. He saw me in the shop at Manchester Airport. He knew I wasn't a pilot. And then Deirdre concocted this cock and bull story about me having failed a medical and not wanting to admit it. And she made us both go along with it, Ken and myself. Well, he can tell you who the liar is. Ask him.